Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have a better tomorrow. So today I'm going to give my thoughts on the Grimm and the Faunus and what new species I'd like to see out of them. So this request is by Oz, Master of Mask. So shout out to you there. So I'm going to give my opinions, thoughts, and suggestions on what I'd like to see out of new Grimm and new Faunus and what I think about them in general. So sit back, relax, I hope you all enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. So when I look at the Grimm, I see a very interesting design because in some ways it's simplistic with the black shading and coloring, and then you have the white mask and what looks like bone structures that come from them. It's pretty simplistic, but yet at the same time it can be sophisticated. I really enjoy the way the Grimm look. I really love the red coloring on their mask and the yellow and red eyes. I think it's a very good combination. And over time we have seen multiple different Grimm. And I really enjoy some of the ideas that come up behind some of these things. Because some of these things are just based off regular animals. Some of the Grimm are based off mythology. It's interesting where the ideas come from when it comes to Grimm. And I really like some of them. And it shows that there are a lot of ideas that have been put into these creatures from time to time. And I just love how they look. I love how the designs are somewhat similar, but then also different at the same time. They have unique looks to each Grimm. So I really do like that. I like how they are also known to be in packs, like animals. So it's like a wild animal themselves, because some wild animals do go within packs. They form packs. And then, of course, there's a leader to them, and we do see that a lot with the Grimm, and I really do appreciate and I really do enjoy that. And with Volume 6, we have now been introduced to two Grimm right off in the first chapter. And the Manticore, I like its design, as well as I like the Sphinx. I think that they do look very good for what they are. I feel like the Manticore is a little smaller than I wanted it to be. I really expected it to be a little bit bigger, but the Sphinx is big, so I was glad to see the Sphinx actually be large. I was glad to see it be a bigger Grimm. It really reminds me back towards the Nevermore and the Deathstalker. I would have just preferred the Manticores just to be a little bit bigger. But that's fine. I mean, they're still cool looking. I still like their designs. I did like the Nevermore because it's just, to me, a giant bird. And it looks pretty simplistic, but it could be terrifying at the same time. And using its feathers as projectiles was a neat way to really have it actually attack other than having to just ram into something or use his talons to strike. And I think one of my favorites is actually the Nuka-Lave. This thing is like nightmare fuel, and I really like that it's based off the mythology of the Nuka-Lave. I really enjoy that. I think it's actually a really cool looking creature, and it's a mix of two Grimm, so it's not just one, it's two Grimm. And the humanoid one looks amazing, as well as the horse. I think they both look really neat, and they actually had a lot of power to them, because the Nuka-Lave could stretch its arms out, and it seemed like it was a formidable foe. Not only that, but Rin had a complete reason to be afraid of this thing. I mean, it destroyed his home village, and it killed his parents. This thing was terrifying. So I really enjoy the Nuka-Lave. I think it's one of my all-time favorite Grimm as of this point in time as the recording of this video. And I also have to say that I also really did enjoy the Goliath, considering that they are supposed to be very wise. They're older Grimm. And it goes back to the old saying of, an elephant never forgets. So I do like the idea behind the Goliath there, being a elephant that is intelligent. And obviously this is when Oobleck himself even explained that over the years, the longer the Grimm live, the more they evolve and become more intelligent as beings. I do actually like that. That was actually a really cool thing. The Griffins were really cool to see as well, considering another mythology pick there. And I like these things. And of course, well, they led on to the death of probably one of the best antagonists in the entire series, being Roma Torchwick, rest in peace. But I like the Griffins. I thought that they were really cool looking. I thought they had a good design. And, I mean, they could be pretty fearsome if you think about it. And, of course, when I look at it and I think about it, some of the Grimm I would like to see is, because since we're speaking of a flying Grimm, I would actually like to see a Pegasus. Now, that sounds kind of strange, but I think the Pegasus could be something that could have like a horn at its forehead, and it could be strong enough to stab into metal. And then I would also like to see it have projectiles from its wings. I think that would be a great combination. I would actually like to see that. And thinking about it, another one that I'd like to see, which reminds me of the Grim Dragon, which, by the way, the Grim Dragon is my all-time favorite Grim. But if I had to say another Grim I'd like to see a Tyrannosaurus Rex. And the reason why I say a Tyrannosaurus Rex is because that's a prehistoric creature, and that'd be kind of cool to see as a Grim, and I'd like to see it shoot out eggs from its mouth. And of course, the characters could dodge them, and if the eggs missed and they splat on the ground, then a little raptor-like Grim could come from them. And that would be a cool idea, like raptors just coming after him and attacking. I would actually like that. That would be a great combination to show how this thing could create more Grim just by its own projectiles in itself. I think that would be a really amazing thing to show off. Then another Grim I'd like to see is a Banshee. I would love to see a Banshee Grim, because we got the Geist, which was kind of cool, but a Banshee to me would be something that would be amazing. I would love to see a Banshee. Now, going on to my thoughts about the Faunus. I actually like the idea of Faunus. I think they are really cool creatures, and it's like they're, in a sense, like Blake is a Nigomata kinda-ish, but not at the same time. But I like the idea, and I've always liked Blake's original design, and her newer one, it's not bad. It's kind of growing on me over time, so it's not too bad to me. The one thing that I would have particularly liked more about Blake, though, is if she had better hearing, if that makes sense, because cats are scientifically proven to have better hearing than humans, so I would have rather Blake actually have better hearing. And I would like to see another Bat Faunus, one that actually could go based upon like sonar level hearing. That would be great. I mean, yeah, we had Yuma, but he wasn't really that great, and he really just kind of got picked off very swiftly. So I'd like to see a better Bat Faunus in the future. And if you look at Sun is a cool Faunus. I've always liked him because, well, his personality. I think he's a great character. I think he's underrated as a character. I think he definitely deserves more praise than he gets. And I like that he, from time to time, will use his tail to either latch onto things or grab stuff to drink out of. I really enjoyed the idea of him using his tail for something, because I like seeing Faunus use their traits other than just their human traits, also their animal traits. And Neon Cat is one of my favorites. I love her personality. I love the rainbow that trails behind her. She's literally a walking, talking meme, and it is comical. But one thing I specifically like about Neon Cat is her colorful look. Her design is very interesting to me. I like the little cat bell around her neck, the choker, that resembles her being that of a cat. I really do like that. And I like that she skates. It's a unique way that she fights, and if you didn't know, fun fact about me, I used to roller skate all the time. So I really like that. It's something that's fun, and it's something I can relate to with Neon Cat personally. So I really do like that, and I also like the glow sticks being her weapon, because if you know about roller skating, or at least back whenever I used to do it, people would run around with those all the time. So I really like that aspect. Now, looking at Ilya, I like Ilya, but I feel that her arc was very rushed. And I do like the fact that she is a chameleon. Now, I like that they use Ilya's trait to be a spy. That was a cool little concept there, because she's a chameleon, she can blend in with things. Like I said, I love to see Faunus use their specific traits to help them. I think that that was one thing I really have to give Ilya's character, is that she was definitely one to be used for stealth. And I did enjoy that about her. I did enjoy that she had a type of camouflage like a chameleon does. So that was really good. Now, if there is a specific type of Faunus I do want to see, probably more aquatic ones. I would probably want to see a shark. Now, I think a shark would be cool. They could have really tough jaws, too. That would be something. If we saw a shark that was an antagonist, that'd be kind of cool, actually. I'd kind of like that. But I'd say my favorite design out of all the Faunus is Velvet. By far, I love Velvet's character. I think that she is enjoyable. And I'm going to be excited to actually read that book that comes out about Team Coffee and Vacuo. I am going to be excited to hear about their adventures in Shade Academy, and I've just always liked Velvet. And then when we finally see what she's capable of, That was beautiful. I love that they really copied the trailers. It made Velvet, to me, one of the most astounding characters. And just how they captured some of the scenes from the trailers and even the previous volumes was just astounding. I mean, I was impressed with how well they made Velvet's fighting style. I loved it. I actually enjoyed Velvet being able to copy others if she took a picture of their own weapon. That was simply amazing. But those are my overall thoughts on the Grimm and the Faunus and what I would like to see, because I enjoy the Grimm. I enjoy the designs that come out. I enjoy the Faunus and their designs. I enjoy the ideas they put into these characters, and I would like to see more creativity come in the future, because creative minds, when they come together, they can create beautiful and fantastic things, and that's really what this is here. And be prepared, tomorrow will be my RWBY Volume 6, Chapter 1 review. So that will be coming out tomorrow, so look forward to it. I'm going to work very hard on this one, so I have a lot of thoughts that I've already accumulated on it, watched the episode a few times already, so got a lot of thoughts on it. Got a lot to talk about. So, be prepared for that tomorrow. But anyways, so let me know what you think down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments down below. But anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And if you did enjoy, hit the video with a like. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And share this with your friends if you found this informative or useful. Well, anyways, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful and fantastic day today. And remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow could always be better. Take care of yourselves and everyone around you. And have yourselves a good one out there, everybody.